it's all pressed ceilings. Now, pressed ceilings came in about the 1930s. And this is a metal ceiling. Before this, it was all Oregon pine. This floor is all Oregon pine. Now, the reason why we call it Oregon pine, it's from a northern hemisphere. Okay, so it's much slower grade. And you've got to remember also, this house we think was built about 1910. Okay, so we restored it back to 1910, and the reasoning behind that is because prior to 1910, these floorboards were much wider, and the houses built later were narrower. The pressed ceilings came in about 1930. So what do you think happened here is they had Oregon pine ceilings, and then when the fashion came to these pressed ceilings, they then put these in. The sewage for this house was put in 1931. As the house is lifted up, all the stone at the bottom of the house, the stone came from the hillside dams. And some sections of this house is not cement, it's clay. Because if you think 1910, your cement had to come by Oxwagon from South Africa. And cement in those days didn't come in bags, it used to come in barrels. And it would have cost a lot to bring it in. So some of the houses got the clay and the brickwork, and the plastering is also clay. I've got pictures of that.
Okay.
And then the floor is all Oregon pine, and underneath is all open, and that's to cool the house down. So this is all made by us,
Yes.
and it's all recycled from the house, so the history stays in the house. This basin was one of the original basins in the house. It's actually brought in from the UK. And what fascinates me is if you ask someone to bring a basin in from South Africa, by the time it gets here, it's broken.
Yes.
But this came on ships 100 years ago and ended up in ox wagons coming here as well. The whole style of the house we've done, this is a new fashion on tiles. These are tiles, and they're called botanicals. Now, botanicals is very typical of what the Victorians used when this house was built. So the early 1910s. So this era, we brought the era back, but it's also fashion now as well.